Namaste.
Pranams Maharaj.
Namaste, namaste. Paul, what's the page number?
Hold on, Swami. I gotta just open up the iPad. One sec. All right, let's see. Kindle's not like a book. You have to actually turn on. You don't have to just open. Okay. Let's see. Huh. It's the Holy Mother as Guru section, Swami. It's not telling me the page. Wait, let me see. It's not helping. 406, I believe. Yeah, 406.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaskar, namaskar. Welcome. Okay, we'll start. So 406, you are saying?
Yes, the Holy Mother as Guru. It's like the new chapter, kind of.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kaviभिरीडितं kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Bhurida Janaha. Your nectar-like words, warm and inspiring life stories, eulogized by learned sages, are indeed eradicator of roots of ignorance. Those who hear these are auspicious to hear and propitious to inculcate in one's own life. Those who take these words to the world are indeed great benefactor of the world. So Holy Mother as Guru, as we know, it was difficult for her to see faults. But at the same time, as Guru, she would have to correct many disciples. And not only disciples, even ordinary people. So it's not to find faults, rather to correct someone. Say, for instance, just today we read, let me tell you that one. Radhu had a cat. And one day that cat was lying near the edge of a yard, and then a woman was standing there. And standing there, what she did, she was petting that cat by feet. Generally people do that. But gradually, by doing that, what she did, she touched by her feet to the head of the cat. So then mother said, "Oh dear, what are you doing? Head is the place of Guru, seat of Guru. Please salute that cat." So it is the respect. Generally, we forget that these are lower creatures, but here, of course, some cats are highly honored in the family, as we know. They are like their children. But in India, they are not that honored. And not only that, say sometimes people, once it happened that after brooming, the lady threw that broom. Mother said, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? It takes as much as time to keep that in place as you threw that time. The same time, it takes not longer." So she had to correct a lot of people, and some were very serious. Like these are the ordinary things, ordinary household matters. But even the, like someone is not keeping very good, say health-wise, say Swami Virajananji Maharaj. And mother was shocked to see the health condition of Swami Virajananji Maharaj. And then she instructed him to go back to home so that he recuperates, and then he uses his time and effort for the service of Guru Maharaj. So as Guru, she was so careful about the people and disciples. So this, all kinds of things we see. And also many times even some people would come and torment her. Many devotees would come, and that was very soothing. They would behave in a very soberly way. But some other would come and torment her. Like once a family came from Calcutta to Jairambati, and then they were tip-top in their dress. And after that, Holy Mother had to spend lots of time and effort to care for them. So Holy Mother herself told that some devotees come and they eat and take their plates without any complaint. But some people are like that. So this is to correct us. We should not torment our teachers or our elders. Rather, we are to behave in a respectful way, whatever the natural way one should offer to the elders and seniors. So like this, mother had to uh, even had to face a lot of difficulties. Some people would come and they are not good in character, and mother would hesitate uh, to hesitate that to take pranam from them, but they would not let her go. And also sometimes, some people would come and worship, do nyasa and pranayama, etc. So like mother had to forbear a lot, not only from family, but even from devotees. So all these are to say that we are to correct ourselves. See, in Western world, like books, etc., it is touched by feet, but in India, it is not touched by feet. Always one has to respect books, because through that we gain knowledge, or we know something which we don't know. So one thing that we should inculcate from Holy Mother's life, that to respect everything. The Holy Mother told that girl that the same broom will be required later also. So why should you disrespect? It is not that this is only one time, rather we need next time also. So it should be kept in its proper place. So all these are to teach us. So that we find in the life of Holy Mother, that how she taught. That's very important. Yes, with this we can go forward. Paul.
All right. Holy Mother as Guru. In 1907, Jiten, is it Kagan or Kagan?
Kagan.
Kagan and Tarun, 3 young disciples of Holy Mother, visited her at Jairambati. Filled with the spirit of renunciation, they sought her blessing to spend the rest of their lives as wandering monks practicing austerities. They also wanted to take sannyasa vows from her. Holy Mother told them that the Master's monastic disciples generally initiate aspirants into sannyasa, but they insisted that she herself give them the ochre cloths. She told them that she would think about it and let them know the next day. The next day she said, "Today you must shave your heads and dye your clothes ochre. Tomorrow I shall initiate you into sannyasa."
So you see, like that time it was like this, but now one should join the order, and first 2 years probationers, then another 2 years, and then 2 years of training center, and then after 4 years, so total about 8 to 10 years, one should remain in the mud, and after that, then when everything is fine, then only one gets sannyas. So that time, comparatively, it was easier, but actually, mother had insight. Similarly, Swami Brahmananda ji and etc. But with time, uh, we had to adopt many rules and regulations, so that the aspirant should be well trained, and only right kind of people uh, should get the opportunity to have monastic vows. Yes.
On 29 July 1907, the Mother finished her worship in the morning and then handed over the ochre cloths and loincloths to her disciples. She prayed to the Master, "O Master, please see that they keep their monastic vows. Please also see that wherever they may be, in hills, jungles, or wildernesses, they may get something to eat." Jitin wanted to go to Rameshwaram on foot. The other 2 wanted to go to the Himalayas as wandering monks. Holy Mother did not approve of their plans, and she told them, "You have now come under the shelter of the Master, so you don't need to practice too much austerity. As you have a desire to be itinerant monks, walk to Varanasi. Stay in the ashrama there and practice spiritual disciplines under the guidance of Tarak, Swami Shivananda. Take your monastic names from him. Carry my letter to him. Holy Mother shed tears as they took leave of her, and she walked with them up to Kalpakur, a pond located at the border of the village. Following Holy Mother's instructions, Shivananda gave monastic names to Jiten, Kagan, and Tarun, who became Vishuddhananda, Shantananda, and Girijananda, respectively.
Yeah, all were stalwarts. Vishuddhananda and Shantanandaji and Girijanandaji. So anyway, okay.
Ordinary parents may encourage their children to get married and lead a regular householder's life, but all children are not meant for family life. Some have finished their desires for a family in a previous incarnation, and in the present life, they are born with the spirit of renunciation and love for God. They are the unsmelt flowers of the earth. When young men came to the Master and Holy Mother, they encouraged some to be monastics and others to be householders. They could see the inner tendencies of those who came to them, and they advised them accordingly. When Sharat and Shashi brought their friends to the Master in Dakshineshwar, he talked to them about renunciation. Then, sir, is it wrong to marry? Is it against the will of God? Asked one of the boys. The Master asked him to take a certain book down from the shelf and directed him to read a particular passage that quoted Christ's opinion of marriage. For there are eunuchs who were born that way, and there are eunuchs who have been made eunuchs by others, and there are those who choose to live like eunuchs for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. The one who can accept this should accept it. Matthew 19:12. The Master then asked him to read St. Paul. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn.
So this
1
is very
Corinthians.
important in monastic life, to be celibate and to stick to the vows that one takes during the sannyasa ceremony. So in all religions, it is observed that when a person is celibate, then he channelizes his energy to higher perspectives. So it is not to despise the householder's life, but it is not for everybody. But those who can contain, they should remain like this. This world is a mixture of all kinds of things. Not that everybody should be householder, not that everybody should be the monk, a monk. So everything should be there. Then only the lila postai hai. That means then only the divine play goes on. Divine play goes on. So that's why some are encouraged to renounce, and that comes from the previous birth. It's not from the present birth. One have the tendency right from the beginning. So Holy Mother is to recognize that, and she would instruct some to have the life of renunciation and some as householder's life. Yes, go ahead.
Someone interrupted the Master, saying, do you mean to say, sir, that marriage is against the will of God? And how can his creation go on if people cease to marry? Ramakrishna smiled and said, don't worry about that. Those who wish to marry are at perfect liberty to do so. What I said just now was between ourselves. I speak on what I have got to say. You take as much of it as you like and no more.
You know, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Dharmaviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bhartarshava. So, Sri Krishna tells Arjuna, even desire for sensual enjoyment, if it is not against the spiritual values, then I am that. So it is not that to discard householder's life. Rather, the source of everything comes from householders' life. Like even a monk comes from where? Comes from a household. Even food comes from household. All are sustained by householders. The young, children, and the destitute, monks, all are sustained by householders. So it is not to despise any ashrama. All have their own place. But this sannyasa is not for everyone. That is why we are taught to respect all householders and not to feel that we are higher than somebody else. No. All are children of the Divine Mother. Therefore, we should respect each and every one. Even that cat, that's what Holy Mother taught. Yes.
Holy Mother did not indiscriminately advise young men to renounce the world. She saw their past, present, and future through her divine sight and told them what course was right for them. Regarding marriage, she advised one person, the householder's life is very painful and full of problems. If you don't marry, you will be able to sleep happily without any disturbance. Yet, she said to another, I can't give my opinion about your marriage. If you have any trouble after marriage, you will say, Mother, you gave me permission to be married. Another time, a devotee said, Mother, I shall not marry. The mother said with a smile, Why not? In this world, everything goes in pairs, such as 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 feet, and also Purusha and Prakriti, the male and the female. That devotee later married.
Yeah. So Holy Mother knew. Yes, go ahead.
A young devotee wrote, Mother, I have no desire for marriage, but my parents are forcing me to get married. The mother commented, Look, what torture. Once another devotee said to her, Mother, I tried my utmost all these years to remain a bachelor, but now I see I shall not be able to make it. The mother assured him, saying, My son, don't be afraid. The master also had many householder devotees. Don't worry, it will be fine if you marry.
Even, see, Holy Mother used to tell her story that even Master was married. So that's why we got a mother. Otherwise, it would be very difficult. So we are fortunate that way that Sri Ramakrishna married and we have a mother. Yes. So it's not to belittle, but it is to see or show that everyone has his or her own place in the society for completing the picture. In the picture, everything is required. All colors are required. Yes.
These 2 paths, the path of enjoyment and the path of renunciation, have continued from the beginning of creation. So great teachers advise human beings accordingly. One day, the mother's attendant, Mandakini,
Yes.
said to her, Mother, all of your children are equal to you, yet you are giving permission to marry to those who seek your opinion about marriage, and again, you encourage those who want to renounce. You were supposed to inspire and guide everyone along the path of good.
Yeah. Say equality, sense of equality. But actually, what here is what indicated here, two paths are there. One is Shreyaha. Shreyaha means whatever is adorable, whatever is commendable, whatever is better, and Preyaha, whatever is comfortable, whatever is enjoyable. So two paths are there, Shreyaha, Preyaha. In Kathopanishad, it is said. And people choose whatever they want. And path of renunciation is not easy. It is fraught with so many difficulties. And therefore, it is perfectly okay to, to choose a path, whatever suits one. Even our rishis were married that time. And in our Upanishad, it is said, Sutram ma vyavachesihi, that this continuation, don't break this continuation. Think of that time when there was not much population and many people were renunciate. So Upanishad had to tell that Sutram ma vyavachesi, this continuation should not be broken. And that is why in our society, we had Garhastha ashrama after Brahmacharya. So from or up to 25 years, that was ashrama, it is called Brahmacharya. Student's life, but also it is for betterment, for education. And after that, 25 years as householder's life, Garhastha ashrama. Then Vanaprastha, that means retired life. That time one can instruct his son, or say mother can instruct her son or daughter what to do, what not to do. And then sannyasa, fourth ashrama. So that way also it was possible. But in Kali Yuga, the lifespan is very short, and we are not sure when one will have to depart from this world. Therefore, it is another instruction is there, yat ahareva virajit tad ahareva prabrajit. So when the when the renunciation is done in one's mind, that time one should renounce. So that's why people may find faults with Kaumar Vairagyavan. That means those who are celibate right from their boyhood. But actually our Shastra, scriptures also instructs that it is allowed. Those who do not want to enter in Grihastha ashrama, they are perfectly okay. And mother used to see the nature, tendency of a person and instruct accordingly. Yes.
Holy Mother replied, "You see, those who have a strong desire for worldly enjoyment, will they listen if I forbid them? And shall I not help those who have understood this play of the deluding power of Maya and have made God their only goal from the meritorious deeds of many past lives? My child, is there any end to suffering in this world?" Once a young man had passed his MA degree examination and wanted to be a monk. M suggested that he wait because his mother might be hurt, but Shivananda encouraged him to join the monastery quickly. Soon after, that young man came to the mother and asked for her blessing. She said, "My son, may your wish be fulfilled. Tarak, Shivananda, gave you the right advice." Rame was a young disciple of the mother in Jairambati.
Rammoy.
Rammoy.
Rammoy. Swami Gaurishwaranji. I saw him. He was childlike. Though I am a simple, very simple disciple of Holy Mother. Yes.
Ramoy was a young disciple of the mother in Jairambati. He was studying for his BA and wanted to become a monk, which was known to everyone in his household. One day, the mother was cleaning her teeth and Ramoy was standing nearby. Nalini said to the mother, "Aunt, look, he is such a good boy. He has passed 2 examinations and is now studying for his BA. His parents raised him with great effort and are paying his educational expenses. And now he wants to be a monk. He should earn money and support his parents. What do you think?" Holy Mother replied, "How can you understand this? They, meaning future monks, are not fledglings of a crow, but of a cuckoo. When they are grown up, they recognize their real mother and return to her, leaving the mother who nursed them." Ramoy later took monastic vows and became Swami Gaurishwarananda.
Yes.
During her last days in Jairambati, Holy Mother gave the ochre cloth to a young man named Manasa. Overjoyed, that evening in Kali Kumar's parlor, he sang devotional songs on Mother Kali, accompanied by a harmonium. He sang, "There is nothing essential in this world except the divine Mother Shaima. O Mother, I shall cast your
Shama
form
means
in my
Mother
mind."
Kali. Shama means Mother Kali. Yeah.
"O Mother, I shall cast your form in my mind and save it there." The mother was happily listening to his songs along with Radu, Maku, and a couple of her sister-in-laws. Moved with sympathy, one sister-in-law commented, "Sister made this young boy a monk." Maku added, "This boy's parents raised him with great expectation, and now everything has fallen apart. Marriage is also a part of Dharma in this world. Aunt, if you continue to make monks like this, Mahamaya will be mad at you. Those who want to be monks, let them be of their own accord. Why should you be an instrument in this respect?" Holy Mother listened to their comments and then replied, "Maku, they are divine children. They will remain in this world as pure as untouched flowers. Tell me, is there anything happier than that? How much happiness are you experiencing in this world? Can't you develop a little purity in your heart? You people live like animals. Can't you live with your husband like brother and sister? Your troublesome, miserable family life torments me. It is as if my bones are burning."
So,
Yikes.
Holy Mother gave a piece of her mind that what enjoyment that you are having. You know, a householder's life is full of miseries. As we understand, interaction with various people. And even when one thinks that one's child will be very obedient, but it turns a different way. So, and conflicts are very natural. So it keeps on happening. So Holy Mother gave her a bit of her mind. Yes.
Although Holy Mother was willing to initiate youths into sannyasa, before she did so, she always checked whether their families would suffer without their financial support. During the summer of 1913, Brahmachari Devendra traveled from Varanasi to Jairambati to ask the mother for sannyasa. She inquired about his family's financial condition and also about his parents before asking him to bring a new ochre cloth from Kolpara ashrama. She initiated him into sannyasa the next day. In some cases, however, Holy Mother refused to give the vows of sannyasa. Once two young men came to her during Durga Puja and asked her to initiate them into monastic life. They worshipped the mother's feet with lotuses. Observing their behavior and overflowing emotion, she said with a smile, "My children, you will have to wait."
So she could understand, yes.
Another young man wanted to be a monk and told his wife, "Go to your parents with the children. I shall not stay at home anymore." I will be a monk. This helpless wife, who was the mother's disciple, wrote to the mother about her pitiable condition. Irritated, the mother said, "Look, this is a horrible injustice. Where will this unfortunate girl go with her children? If she wanted to be a monk, then why did he marry if he wanted to be a monk, then why did he marry and have children? If you want to be a monk, you should first arrange for their food and shelter." In
That
1911,
time, that time a few were married also, like even direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. But gradually, that practice is, not followed. Only those who had insight, say Swami Brahmananji, or those who could understand the inner tendency. Even later also we had one Swamiji who was married, but later he became vice president. So some rare cases that happened. He was disciple of Swami Shivanandaji, and he was a professor in an university, and he was very, very pious. He dedicated and served Mahapurush Maharajji, Swami Shivanandaji, and he got sannyas. So it's a rare case. Generally, they are picked up before they are tainted. Yeah.
In 1911, Holy Mother returned to Jairambati after her pilgrimage to South India. One of her young attendants, Ashu, went with her on the pilgrimage and later told another monk that he missed the mother's company. On 26 May 1911, when Holy Mother heard about this comment from the other monk, she said, "How strange! A sannyasin must sever all the bondage of Maya. A golden chain is as good a shackle as an iron one. A sannyasin must not entangle himself in any form of Maya. Why should he constantly say, 'Oh, mother's love, I am deprived of it'? What ideas! I do not like a man constantly hanging on me. At least he has the form of a man. I'm not talking of God. And I am to move about with women. Ashu also used to come to me frequently in Udbodhan to make sandal paste or on some other pretext. One day I warned him."
See, Holy Mother always watchful. That should be there. Alertness. Sometimes, this company also gradually deteriorates. That is why the Guru has got this power that before anything happens, he or she must warn. So that is what Holy Mother did. Yes.
Receiving the vision of God depends on divine grace. One monk was practicing austerities in Rishikesh. He wrote a letter to Holy Mother. "Mother, you told me that I would see the Master in time, but nothing has happened so far." The mother dictated a reply to her attendant. The Lord is not under any obligation to go forward to meet you just because you have gone to Rishikesh in the Himalayas. You have become a monk. What else will you do other than call on God? God will reveal himself when it pleases him. Holy Mother always emphasized.
It's not conditioned, like it's not shopkeeping. Swami Vivekananda used to say shopkeeping. That means I give this much, you give this much. Not like that. It is unconditional. And that happens. It is because mental condition is to expect something. That should not be there. Any desire is detrimental for realization. And that is why even desire for moksha is also not good. Ujjita kaitava. Kaitava, that is called a kind of, this is also a desire. Of course, in the beginning, that's not harmful, but later, that also should go. One should totally surrender. Nothing comes in between. So that's why, Chaitanya prayer, we have prayer that I don't even seek your embrace or your you make me away from you. Whatever you want, please do that. Though it tears my soul asunder, there it is there. So even not expecting even company of God, that is his sweet will, whatever he wants. And Mother showed that. Why should one hang around? If someone pesters, then so two way of interacting with it, as Sri Ramakrishna said. Like mother is sitting and chatting with her companions, and a child comes, oh mother, please give me a pice, give me a pice, give me a pice. Then mother is disturbed and said, wait, my friends, let me satisfy this boy first. So that's one way. And second is, like, why should you be so so small? Like three friends went to jungle, and all of a sudden a tiger came. So one said, let us run away. And another said, let us go climb the tree. And another said, let me chant the name of God. He said, why trouble God? Let us climb the tree. So not to trouble God. Many times we put God into test. Let me see what God wants to do with me. So not to put God on some test or something like that. Rather, we are to try to be independent. Independent means not to trouble. That is the idea. Like it happened that Narada thought he's a great devotee of God. So once he went to Vaikuntha, God's place, and Narada asked, sir, can I ask a question? Yes, you asked. So he said, who is the best devotee of you? And he wanted that, oh, Narada, you chant my name all the time. And that's why you are the best. But God did not say that way. Vishnu did not say that way. Said, Narad, I'll answer your question later. First, tell me something. Right from morning, I have some headache. So is it headache? Oh, please tell me what should I do? He said, I need the dust of devotees' feet. So he says, yes, I'll go around the world and I'll find out the dust. And he went everywhere, but nobody was agreeing to give dust of their feet for God, for Vishnu. But after that, he went to Vrindavan. And when they came to know that Vishnu has got terrible headache and he wants the dust of the feet of devotees, then he said, take all the dust from our feet. The first thing is God should be cured. So Narada brought the dust of their feet and said, sir, I searched everywhere. I could not find any devotee to give their dust of feet. So I went to Vrindavan and see gopis have given. So God said, now you understand who is my great devotee. Because those who are concerned about my illness, they are eager to do anything for me. And Narada then could understand, though he was also a devotee, but he had no courage to give his own dust. So that way, it is, I mean, this is the way how it is taught, that we should not expect anything from God, rather we should offer. So this is samartha. One is called samanjasa, means I am also happy, you are also happy. I am also giving, you also give in return. So expectation. But samartha bhakti means that I don't expect anything from God. Rather, I must have that strength to serve God. That's my fulfillment. And sadharani. Sadharani, samanjasa, and samartha. Sadharani means ordinary. Oh God, give me this. Oh God, give me that. Oh God, give me this. Always asking from God. God is a means for getting worldly things. So that's what sadharani. Samanjasa means, okay, I am also happy. So I am offering this. You please give me something. But samartha means those who are able. They don't worry about themselves. Rather, they are happy when God is happy. Otherwise, they are not happy. So this is Sri Krishna Chaitanya also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had that kind of thing, that devotion. And Sri Ramakrishna, great devotees, all like that. Go ahead.
Swami,
Yes.
Holy Mother said one should not, the desire for God is even, and yet is bad, and yet Sri Ramakrishna says that we should pray, please reveal yourself to me, Lord. Yeah. So it seems a contradiction.
Yeah. That in the beginning I told. So we can see two ways. In the beginning, you are to seek that. You are to strive for that. But when you are close, then you should not ask any favor. Okay, I'll give you 2-3 examples. People row boat, and from distance they come, but near the shore, they lift the row. Have you seen that? So that time it will take its own course and momentum. It will stop at the bank. Okay, another example. Say tree. When tree is cut, so in the beginning you do everything and a cutting, and when a little is left, then you just give a push and that tree falls down, or even without push also. So in the beginning, that should be the attitude, that why I need this. When you are hungry, then only you'll seek food. So that's why Christ also said that hunger and thirst for God should be increased. So in the beginning, that is required. But when you are in that situation, when you don't need anything, even without that is fine. See, samartha means strong, who is able to do anything. So Holy Mother is saying this, and we have to pray to God because we are novice. Say, like, it is like this. In your kindergarten and all the grades, you have to cross all the grades. After that, after PhD, then no need of going to classes again. Rather, you can teach people. So in the beginning, that is required. But one should not be like weakling all the time. Rather, one should be strong enough to stand on his own feet. That is the point. Right? Yes.
Holy Mother always emphasized that monks must observe their monastic rules and precepts. In 1906, when her brother Prasanna asked if a young brahmachari could join the wedding party for his second marriage, the mother said, No, he cannot go. He is a monk. The next day, Holy Mother would not even allow her monastic attendants to eat the sweet curd from the ceremony. Although surrounded by householders, she protected her monastic disciples from the influence of worldly life.
Yeah. Another thing, I remember Holy Mother was returning to Jairambati and everybody went to see her, but Latu Maharaj did not go. And he was pacing, Sannyasi ko mata, ko pita. Who is mother or father to sannyasi? So Holy Mother, while going, came to Latu, Baba Latu, my dear son Latu, there is no need of accepting me. As soon as she said this, and he fell flat at her feet. Because, like, one should not pretend. It should come from within. Latu Maharaj had that devotion, but he was like as if paining. Another time also it happened. Mother returned from Jairambati and then everybody met, but Latu Maharaj did not go to her. So Holy Mother came down and Latu scolded Holy Mother. You are respected and you are such a sober and you should not come here. I should go there. So all kinds of things happen. The main thing is that, yes, one should understand, assess oneself and act accordingly. No, one should not pretend and not take for granted that this is the way. What one should think that this is correct behavior pattern in that situation, one should do that. So Holy Mother protected. The other day we have read that Brahmachari was reading and writing letters, and a lady came and touched inadvertently the corner of her sari, touched the backside of Brahmachari. So Mother scolded her, said, be careful not to do like this. Because all these are to be avoided. The purity is to be cultivated. Then only a society can thrive. And, in India, whatever you say, monasticism is held high, monasticism. And Holy Mother taught that also. Once Sharat Maharaj had his meal and then went out to wash his hands, that time Holy Mother took his seat on which Sharat Maharaj was sitting and took and touched her head, said, these are Mahapurush, the great ones, great souls. We are ordinary householders. We should respect these people, the monks. These are to teach others. It is not for her, it is for others. So that purity is maintained. That's very important. For any society, it is the key point that one should retain purity. Yes.
The scripture says, the difference between the lives of monks and householders is like the difference between Mount Meru and a grain of mustard seed, the sun and a firefly, the ocean and a river. Holy Mother always asked monks to keep the banner of renunciation high and to maintain the dignity of their glorious lives. Once a distinguished householder devotee of the Master wanted Swami Shantananda to accompany him to Varanasi, and he offered to pay the monk's traveling expenses. When the mother heard about it, she told the Swami, You are a monk. Can you not procure your own train fare? Why will you go with those householders? If you travel in the same compartment, they may tell you, do this, do that. You are a monk. Why would you take orders from householders? Holy Mother showed tremendous respect for her monastic disciples. Brahmacharis Bharata and Hari were two of the mother's young disciples who did all kinds of errands for her and Radu, and also rendered her personal service. She initiated them into brahmacharya, but did not give them the ochre cloth. She said to them, if you wear the ochre cloth, could I order you to do all these things? I would feel hesitant even if you touched my feet. As their monastic vows were delayed, she consoled them, saying, don't worry, later Sharadananda will arrange your sannyasa. After the mother passed away, the two received sannyasa from Swami Brahmananda in 1921 and became Ishananda and Hari Premananda, respectively.
Such a great souls. They did not bother about their own personal career. Rather, they served with dedication to Holy Mother. Yeah.
When Holy Mother was in Jairambati in January 1920, she was not well. Nonetheless, she still got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to sit on her bed for meditation. Then she would lie down again. Some of her young disciples would go to her room and meditate with her. Sometimes the mother gave them some specific instructions. Once one of the monks of the order was ill and was staying at a householder's house. She remarked, why should that monk live with a householder just because he is ill? One can stay in the monastery or at an ashrama. It is not right for that sick monk to stay in that devotee's house for such a long time. A monk must not lower the ideal of renunciation. If a wooden image of a woman lies upside down on the road, a monk must not turn it over, even with his foot, to look at its face. It is extremely bad for a monk to possess money. There is nothing the round pieces, silver rupees, cannot do, even to the extent of endangering one's life. After saying this, the mother told a story.
Let me tell you a story. So, a monk and his companion was going, and the disciple saw that there was a bag full of coins lying on the road, and it is precious that time, old time. So the disciple said, sir, you see, this is somebody left this. Well, don't touch, just go, let us go. And then let us see how this money plays on somebody else. And when they left, 4 people came, and they saw that. They said, okay, very good, we'll distribute within ourselves. But separately, they planned to kill others. So they poisoned, and those were like sepoys. So 2 were killed by poison and 2 killed each other. So this way, the whole party was destroyed. That's why he said, can you see this? What it can do? The money is like this, greed. So 3 things are door to hell: Kama, Krodha, and Lobha. The desire for enjoyment, sense enjoyment; Kama, Krodha, anger; and third is greed. This whole world, if you see what is happening, 2 prime force, Kama and lust. And when desire is not fulfilled, then comes anger. Kama esha, Krodha esha, Rajaguna samudbhava. So the desire itself becomes anger when it is obstructed. So kama esha krodhesha rajaguna when through rajas, the anger comes. So tasmat etat trayam tajit. So like two shlokas are there, but I am just making it combined. Kama krodha lobha tasmat etat trayam tajit. Because these are dwarasya, these are doors to hell. Therefore, one should avoid this. Whenever somebody is getting angry, rather one should be calm and quiet. Because anger harms oneself more than anybody else. And desire that comes within, that time we should pray to the Divine Mother. Oh Mother, please help me. Please remove all this weakness, unmanliness from me. Swamiji taught us this. Oh Mother, make me a man. We should not be swayed by this weakness. Kama, Krodha, and Lobha also, like greed. Greed is another doorway to the hell. One should be very careful. So Mother said this way. Yeah.
After saying this, the mother told a story. A monk used to live on the seashore at Puri. He had some money. Two of his disciples came to know about it. They could not resist the temptation. They stole the money and killed the monk. Holy Mother insisted that her devotees pay respect to the monks. In 1919, when she was staying with Radu at Kolpara Ashrama, Brahmachari Bharata was preparing the shopping list according to Holy Mother's instructions. At that time, a woman devotee happened to pass that way, and her cloth inadvertently touched Bharata's back. Although he did not notice it, the mother did. Irritated, she said to the woman devotee, "Hello, don't you see this young boy is sitting in front of me and writing? Are you not aware that your cloth has brushed over his back? He is a brahmachari and you are a woman. You should pay respect to the monks. Touch the upper corner of your cloth on the ground and bow down to him." The mother spoke in such a serious tone that it became a lesson for the other women.
So Mother was strict disciplinarian. Okay. So we'll stop here this time. Very good. Akshay,
Yes,
how are you?
good. Like, I had a question.
Yes. We all wait for your question. Yes.
Like, how do we know whether to be householder or not?
Okay. You'll know in course of time. If you are attracted to God, nobody can stop you. And you have to pray. But this is inner feeling. It's not taught by somebody else. It is like when you are hungry, is there anyone to tell that you should be hungry? Or you are hungry, you are searching food. Sri Ramakrishna told a story that a young monk told his guru, "Please tell me how to get the darshan of God." He said, "Okay, let us go to have a bath." And he pushed him down the water. And then after certain time, he left. I mean, let him go. So then he said, "What did you feel?" "Oh, I was dying. I was panting for breath." So he said, like that. When you will feel that eagerness, then only you will have. Sri Ramakrishna gave another example. So a child told his parents that when I feel call of nature, please wake me up. So they said, "Don't worry, you will wake us up when you will have the call of nature. Right? So it comes from within. It's not that somebody induces. Say, so many boys are there, but why you join this class? So it is because you want to know. That's the inner feeling, and you have interest. Similarly, whatever interest that you have, gradually you will choose it. Food is there. If you are hungry, then it will taste good. Otherwise, even the best food also, people are not interested if they are not hungry. So hunger and thirst, that should be increased to have the kingdom of heaven. So if you have, that's why what we do. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmano nirvedamayata nastya krita krita. In the beginning also we assess. Okay, my brother or this and that or Mr. X, he married, what happened, what happened, what happened, what happened. So Pariksha Lokan, we also examine all the lokas. So this is one way, another way is this one. So Pariksha Lokan karma chitan brahmano. See, karma can give me this. If you work for 8 hours, you'll get remuneration for this so many dollars or rupees. So karma has got cause and its effect. Cause and its effect. But if you are desirous to have something which is beyond this relationship of cause and its effect, then you have to strive for that. That means that also call will come from within. The situation also will be according to your tendency. You will find a drunkard, you can find in grog shop. Because his nature takes him there. So you are listening all this satsang. So your nature is like that. So whatever nature we have, we try to get similar environment. It is like monsoon. When Delhi is hot, monsoon comes. So similarly, this has a natural call. So your tendency, nature, everything is like tuned in this ecosystem. So who will tell that? Whether you are hungry or not, it is you. What you can do, you have to examine, or anybody for that matter, what this life will give me, what that life will give me. If one can assess this, so parikshlokan karmachitan brahmano nirveda mayat, then one gets renunciation. Because na nastya krita kritena. By krita, one can get only krita phala. But by krita, one cannot get a krita phala, which is beyond the sphere of cause and its effect. That is why we surrender. Oh God, it's beyond me. Please help me. And help comes. Even if you are in hills or dells, God will come there. Never it happened that if a real search is there within you and it is never fulfilled, never happened. So if you have search, or anybody, situation will be molded according to that situation, that your desire. That desire means whatever you want. So this in a Shastra says it helps us to analyze ourselves and to seek right thing. Like in the beginning, we discussed about Shreyaha and Preyaha. Preyaha means pleasing. It can please you, but it cannot take you to the higher realm. Whereas Shreyaha, that means whatever is commendable, whatever is desirable. Desirable means not desire. Whatever is good for one. Shreyaha. There is not right word for that in English. So if it is one's own good, if one is contemplative, then one will choose this. That enough is enough. We have suffered a lot, no more. So when that thought comes, then situation will be like helpful. It may take time, a little time, but that is just on the way. Okay. So who is responsible for your hunger? You yourself. Who searches food? You yourself. But this happens because of your tendency, past tendencies. In your past lives, you have gone through all these things. And right from the childhood or boyhood, you can feel that. You have that interest. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, we say prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you very much.
Jai Ma.
Jai Ma.
Pranam Maharaj.
Jai Ma, namaskar. Namaskar. ঘুম এসে গেছে। Jai Ma, Jai Ma.
Pranam.
Swami.
Namaste, namaste.
Nam Swamiji.
Namaste. Namaste, namaste. Hari Om, Hari Om.
Pranam.
Namaste, namaste. Pranam, namaste. Okay.